Hello, welcome back to Think Aloud. It's been a while since I've been here, and I'm really just doing this for self-discipline. I don't know if anybody will watch this, but if you are here, welcome. I play some of the NYT Times puzzles daily, usually on my phone, but as I said, I'm doing this as a type of discipline, self-discipline, to make myself post something every day, whether or not people look at it, just to bring routine into my life. I've had some tough months, and this is a strategy I'm going to try. Hopefully it works. So, I am going to hit play on Wordle. Here we go. And I'm going to slide this like this so we don't get the ads. And I always start every day with the same word. I was an elementary school teacher, so I understand the importance of doing think alouds. And so when you make your thinking out loud, it's kind of you're thinking about your thinking. I used to teach this to my students. It's metacognition. And so as you can see, I did audio, got no words. So right away, I'm thinking that this has to be E's in it 99% of the time, right? So I'm going to do a double E. So I'm going to put a blend at the beginning of the word with some common letters, and I'm just going to go with creep, and we're going to enter that. There's only one E in the word. Interesting. That makes me think there's likely a Y, and I have no other letters, and I'm already on my third guess. So, thinking. So I'm wondering if it's not something like ER. Oh, there's no R. Sorry about that. ENT, EST, but so ESTY maybe, like testy. I'm reluctant to use testy just because I don't really want to use two T's. I'd rather try to think of a word that I could use a different letter for. I'm getting used to the keys too. The light gray is what it does on my phone when it's not those letters, so I'm having to flip that in my mind right now. So, SD, I'm just going to run through. Westy, testy, desty, no, D is festy, gesty, hesty, justy, kesty, lesty, zesty, zesty. Ooh, zesty might be it. I'm going to try it. Zesty. You have some zesty food, and see if we're on the right track. Okay, so we got somewhere. We now know where the E goes. We have a T and Y. And now we know that S isn't in it. It was unlikely it was going to be a Z, but it was a guess. So now we need a letter there. My go-to thing would be N, like empty. And I'm thinking plenty, but obviously we don't have enough letters for that. So again, I'm going to kind of run through the letters that I have left. I just realized it could also be TTY. Just light bulb moment just went off. So it could be something like petty as well, which kind of makes more sense than enty. I'm going to run through the enty choices and then through the eddy choices and see which one I think it's more likely to be. And again, my mind thinks that the light gray is the letters that have been eliminated, but that's not the case on the computer screen, so I'm trying to adjust for that. So if I make a mistake, please be patient with me. All right, so light gray, it's not going to be a Q. I guess I could do both words. So we could do wetty, wenty. Not going to work. Fetty, fenty. No words I know of. If they are, I apologize. Getty or genty. Don't believe either of those are words. Heady or henty. No. Jetty. Is that how you spell jetty, or is it Jettee? I'm not sure on that one. But Genty, I don't believe is a word either. Ketty, kenty. Letty, lenty. No, not going to be the X there. Vetty, venti. And it's not venti like a venti chai where you would end with an I. Benty. Don't believe that's a word. Betty. Proper noun. Don't believe that. Netty, like a neti pot. Is that the correct spelling of a neti pot? Or we have Medi. I'm gonna think that Wait, the P's out. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to go with petty, but P is out. What was I thinking? I don't really have any options after running through all of those. So let me go through again. If it's TTY, Hetty, Ketty, Betty, Betty, Nettie. I'm almost thinking, do I want to just bring totally new letters in just to see where I could get? Is Getty a word? Like Getty. Why am I thinking that? Let's see. I almost think I'm going to do a word entirely just to get some letters. L-E-N-T. I'm trying to think of a word that I could get a lot of letters to see. I definitely want to see if there's a T in the middle space. So I'm trying to think of a word with a T in the middle space. And I'm wondering if there's an N. All right. And I'm also, I think I would be faster on my phone. I'm feeling a little pressure, thinking people are going to see this, possibly. So, I'm going to go with petty, even though I know P's not in it. Just to see if it's that double T. But I'd be better off seeing if J was actually the first letter, if that's a word. It's going to shake me off. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think Jetty is spelled with an E at the end. And let's just try Getty for the heck of it. No, that's what I thought. All right, so pretty sure it's not the double T. Oh, lefty. What about lefty? Just popped into my head. Oh, splendid. We actually did it. Awesome. All right, so we did Wordle. And now we're going to head over to connections. I don't do all of these, just so you know. I used to do Wordle, connections, the mini, and strands. Unfortunately, they're charging for the mini. And right now, I don't want to pay for it. So we're going to go to connections next. This is my least successful game, by the way. I pretty much get, knock on wood, I say this, Wordle every day. And I get strands almost every day. Sometimes I take a hint if I get a little bored or want to move on. Connections, I will tell you on my phone, my percentage is 78%. It's not the best, but here we go. All right, we're going to create groups of 4, and I always like to read them out loud first. If you've never played this game, there's different levels. They seem to be, yellow is thought to be the easiest, then an olive green is next, followed by a sky blue with a purple tinge, and then a deep lilac for or lavender for lack of a better term there. And so I'm going to read these words and see if I can't see something jump out at me. We have Roger, and when I see that, I'm immediately thinking like Roger that. Whether or not that's right, because English has so many multiple meaning words, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to read through. Roger, pen, rose, month, squid. Oh, now it jumped into me. Pen has ink, squid has ink. So I'm thinking that right now. A printer also has ink. So I have 3 words that have ink. But then we have donut and we have monitor. A monitor and a printer kind of go with computer. So, juror. Watch. Now, is that to watch someone? Is that a watch you wear? Are you on a night watch? We don't know yet. Tattoo machine. Now, I do not have any tattoos. However, I believe a tattoo machine would have to have ink. So I am leaning that way. We have tricks, and that makes me think tricks is for kids. With the rabbit. Is there a band named that? You will learn. I am not very knowledgeable when it comes to bands. So track, velveteen. Oh, the tricks rabbit, the velveteen rabbit, the white rabbit. I'm going right to left now. Sorry, my mind's jumping all around. And Roger rabbit. I'm going to go there. Those are all known rabbits. I'm going to go there first. So Roger Rabbit, the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, the velveteen rabbit, and the rabbit from the cereal tricks. Let's submit and see what we see. Oh, we got the purpley lavender one first. Wow, way to go. All right, I'm going to go with the ink ones. Those popped up right away for me. So I'm going to say a squid is known for having ink. A pen has ink. I'm guessing a tattoo machine must have ink. And a printer has ink. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's like I'm going backwards. According to level of difficulty, at least how I understand it. Things with ink. Okay. If I do green next, if we get it. Wow. All right. Juror. Watch. You watch donut. Monitor. You watch something, you monitor something. You track something. So I'm thinking this, and follow. But I'm guessing that's a yellow category, and right now I almost want to do it backwards. So I'm going to try to see if I can think about what juror, donut, rose, and month have in common. And so that I would put those first. Should I just do that? I cannot think of a category. A juror, there's usually 12 of them. A dozen donuts, 12. There's 12 months in a year, but 12 roses, I don't know what the rose has to do. That's the only thing that I could come up with. Month. I'm going to do it just for the fun of it. I think follow, watch, monitor, and track are a category, but I think it's yellow. So I'm going to deselect all these and just pick the other ones just to see if I can get green next. Juror, rose, donut, month. But I'm going to give one more thought to the category. Rose has thorns. A rose smells good. Red roses. Rose is a name. I don't know. I'm just going to pick it just to see if we get green next. 1 in a dozen. Oh, so I did have a dozen. A dozen roses. So I was on the right track. I just didn't believe in myself. Okay, here we go. And which leaves us with follow, watch, monitor, track. And here we go. Keep tabs on. Okay. Excellent. All right, we're going to do the last game that we're going to do because I'm not paying for the mini. Not at this point. Maybe eventually I will. But I'm going to slide down and go to strands, and again slide down to avoid the ad and find the hidden words. Here we go. Always trying to sell something, right? Okay, riding high. My immediate thought on the theme is that you've accomplished something. Either that or you're riding high on a horse. And I think that's because I peeked out of the side of my thing. I started to see the word race, R-A-C. And I thought it was going to be racing, R-A-C-I-N. If I can point, R-A-C-I-N. But I don't see any G. And I don't see an E close enough. So that might have been why I was thinking of a horse there. But I think it's a sense of accomplishment. And by the way, I always taught theme as the message after I had professional development on it. And so the message of the story is the theme. Riding high, 0 out of 7. So we're looking for 7 words. And usually what I do is I just start seeing words and trying to bank some. So I put helm in there, and some might even not be on. I don't especially look for what I think it's going to be. So already once you get 3 words, if you're new to this game, you can get a hint and they'll show you the letters in a word, but not in the correct order. So you still have to figure out what the word is. I see bail. I don't think that has to do with anything. I was going to say blaze, but there's no E around there. Guess we could do bell. I'm trying to look for longer words as well. See, I see the ing right here. Usually when you have that, it ends up being used. So I'm trying to see if there's any being Oh, so I'm going to click on it. I find it. I'm not using a mouse. I'm not great with the trackpad. I wonder if it's being something. Being. I don't think pull is going to be it, but we're just going to click on it. Oh, MISS. I was thinking mission, but I don't see that. Intel. Riding high. You've accomplished something. You're feeling good about yourself. That's. Please forgive my fumbling with the buttons. Again, I actually can do it on the screen. My screen is touch screen. I probably should try that. So if I go, whoops. Already found. Okay. I do that quite frequently. Just gonna do that. Okay, I'm just scanning the columns and the rows to see if I see any words pop up and try to see if I can figure out riding high. I still think it's a sense of accomplishment, or you're on top of a horse again, but I think that's just because I thought I saw the word race. What about a pulley? Okay. All right, maybe it's things that bring you up. A pulley would bring something up. So would we have like an elevator? Like things that bring you up. That's what I'm thinking. Like scaffold. Other things that would bring you up. Pulley. I don't think it's just simple machines based on the theme. I'm going to put minor, but I don't think that's it. The Z is really throwing me off. Trying to think of something that would go with the Z in the bottom right here. That's throwing me off a little bit. I see a lime. I'm just going to throw that up there. No, already found that. Silly me. ING. Lying. Come on. What's another word that would bring you up? I see mile. And I just do that in case I end up using hints. Whoops. Chin. ING. You're probably yelling at your screen like, don't you see this? And I think I'm partly nervous, so it's messy. Whoops. Again, hopefully I'll get better as I go along. If in fact anyone is actually watching this, which is very unlikely. Scanning. I wish you could see where my eyes were scanning. I probably should think aloud more. I'm looking at the middle of the screen right now and just trying to, as well as, I find that the spanogram, which if I didn't say is kind of the category of the theme, and it's typically longer, and it's often in the middle, either somewhere around here, not always, or in here, in part because it's a longer, and it doesn't have to be one word, and obviously there's no spaces. So I'm also trying to see if there's something, and I feel like it is something being. I have a feeling it's something being there, but I can't think of. All right, we have time. Just like a gale for like a wind. Try not to say like. Alright. We have love. And we have loves. Oh, what about glove? Oh, it is gloves. Oh. Now I'm really... that threw me. I didn't expect that to be one of the words. Pulley and gloves. Now you might use gloves to use a pulley. This did not help me. At all. I guess I could do racing. Huh. Wow. I'm going to hit a hint just to see. So we have, as you notice, we have C, B, A, L, and E. And this is one of the words. And the other thing, besides them giving you the letters, even though they don't put them in the order, you have to unscramble them, it creates smaller spaces to find what other words may be. And so we have C, B, A, L, E. So I'm thinking it's cable. So let's try this. It is cable. A cable, a pulley, gloves, something riding. Oh, so if you're riding high, is it like trapeze? You're on the flying trapeze? I see a Z. Or is it zip line? Ah. Z-I-P-L-I. N, but I don't see an E. I thought it was zip line. Also, words have to be at least 4 letters, so I can't just put zip. But I was so sure it was zip line. Am I missing it? Zip L-I. Did I go the wrong way? Zip. Oh, I don't think so. It can't be that. Oh, I was like, yes, I found it. But if you're on a pulley, gloves, a cable, rock climbing? Could it be rock climbing? But I don't see an L close enough to the C. So it can't be that. If I have to use another hint for the first day I'm back, I'm going to be really embarrassed. So I'm trying not to do that, but I'm thinking it's something zip. Zip. And then over here on the far side, this side, I mean, you have rent, but so some days I get this very easily, and other days, like today, I struggle big time. So I'm not going to keep us here too long. I'm going to think another minute or two, and then I think I'm actually going to do another hint just for time's sake. But it's really going to frustrate me if I'm just missing blatantly obvious. Zip something. Zip. Oh, what about oh, I see a harness. I saw zip and I went zip harness, but I don't think zip harness is it. I think harness is by itself. So I think it's something to do with zip line. But I don't know why I'm missing. All right, so we did get harness. I've never been zip lining. Oh, zip lining. Silly me. Okay, what are you doing? Zip lining. There's our spangram. Oh, I feel so much better. And as you can see, we now have 5 out of 7. Wow, that was embarrassing that I couldn't just go from line to lining when I couldn't find the E. But now we have that. I've never been zip lining, so I don't have first-hand knowledge of this. However, I'm going to do my best to guess what kind of equipment that you would use. So we have a pulley already. We have a harness. We have gloves, and we have a cable. I see CH, and I want to say chain, but I don't see anything over there. Oh, I do see helmet, though. H-E-L-M-E-T, helmet. Okay, so we have one word left, and it all has to be the last word. And now that it's there, I can see it. It's carabiner. And then it's going to show how we did. We got 2 words, then we used a hint. We got 2 words, then the spangram, and then 2 more of the words. It wasn't my best day, but I did it. And hopefully this is starting a habit. They say that 3 weeks is usually the time to really set in a habit to get it going. So this is day 1 of 21 and then beyond for self-discipline. If you did watch, thank you. Join me again and tell me how you would have thought aloud, think aloud to these puzzles. Thanks. See you tomorrow.